Hello folks, today we are going to begin disassembling this bank of carburetors from my Suzuki 1988 GSX-R1100. We're going to disassemble them and clean them. We are going to use some Dawn dish soap, an ultrasonic cleaner, and some Clean Flow carb cleaner to get this job done. First of all, some people take these carbs and they disassemble them and they keep the bank tied together. I think we will disassemble the whole bank and keep them separate, clean each one individually, and then put them back together as a complete bank and tune them up accordingly. So that's the plan. So starting now, we need some trusty Ziploc bags to keep parts together. And we'll start disassembling some of the hoses off them, vacuum hoses. So we'll remove these hoses and get this underway. So these are on there, been on here for well over 30 years. They're pretty stiff. We'll keep the hoses. That way we will know what size to get to replace them with. So that's the plan there. And let's pull this hose off now. Might be easier if I thread it through here. It's on there pretty tight. Let's look at the other side. There we go. So that's the 3 hoses off. So, intake side, it goes in this way and goes through the carb and exits this way into the engine. Choke handle shows you where you're located. So here's the choke handle. So that's that. So let's start by looking at what we've got here. Let's take stock first. So 2 rails holding it, interconnected these series of rubbers, and looks like they are kind of sprung on there, so we'll take care of those. We'll probably replace the rubber, but we'll need to keep the springs. And again, this is carb number 3, which is kind of the master. So we'll get started. Like I said, we're going to keep each one independent. It's just a lever holding it on, 4 levers. So while we're here, let's have a look. We can see that the choke, each choke has a clamp that holds it in place, and it pulls out each of these choke controls. So these are set, and there's like a little ring around there, and these little things, looks like they kind of hold it on. It's just a simple rod sliding through the carbs. So once these are off, that should help disassemble it. Each carburetor has a spring adjustment, screw adjustment, which screws to a tab, which is on a spring, so that when the action, as it's opened, they work as a complete throttle body. This is controlled by these 4 screws. So we're not going to adjust those, we're just going to disassemble it, leave them where they're at, because they're looking like they're pretty even. This one might be out slightly. What we'll do is adjust these when we set up the carbs on the motorcycle. Right now they look like they're all pretty even, so that looks pretty good. That's one of the reasons everybody keeps it together. But I want to get in between and make sure this is clean, properly lubricated, get all the gunk out of these things, and get underway. So that's the plan. Well, hopefully this little guy will fit. Looks like he does. There we go. Part number 1. Oh, a ball bearing just slid out. So we've removed the choke, the 4 things, 2 ball bearings. Don't want to lose any of that. Now we're going to remove both rails, which should allow us to take the carbs completely apart. So before we get into all of it, I'm going to do carb number 1, is this one. So this is carb 1, because they set on the motorcycle this way. So we'll start with carb number 1. Keep it all separate. The screw was replaced here, so I'll have to get the correct screw. I think these were worked on once before. This carb is now loose. You know what, let's just do them all. It'll be easier. Nothing else fell off, just the rail. So we're good now. There is carburetor number 1. Now, these are the little springs I was talking about. There's 2 of them. So, 2 springs. This is carb number 1. Carb number 1. Don't want to lose anything. So now we've got this carburetor off. It's quite light. It's in pretty good condition overall. Dirty. Needs a clean. And we're going to disassemble various other parts out of it.